Okay, so when I was 15, I found out my sister was actually my mother, but they didn't want to tell me because they thought I was too young. So when I turned 18, my sister tried to tell me again, but you know, my parents, growing up Haitian, it's like, with things like that, it's just like, get over it and you'll be okay. My sister telling me everything, it kind of like put me, because I didn't realize how angry I was growing up after she kind of, you know, told me, and I realized, wow, that's all I really needed was for her to tell me this, and it changed my life. So until finally she told me to follow Stormy Wellington, I followed Stormy Wellington, and then I joined right after, I joined TLC. It literally took me like 2 months to change my whole mindset. When I started Total Life Changes, I weighed 170 pounds, and now I weigh 140 pounds, so I lost 30 pounds altogether. My name is Alexandra Alcina, and I am a Haitian American from Miami, Florida, and I have made a total life change.
Woo! Welcome, Alexandra Alcina. Hello, beautiful.
Hi.
How are you? You look beautiful. Give her a big round of applause. I love it because she's crying and laughing at the same time, okay? I mean, if you could see her, yeah, she's like both at the same time. How are you?
I'm wonderful.
How you feel?
I feel good.
Good, good. All right.
Thank you.
See, we are family. Thank you, Tyler. You're so nice. All right, Alexandra. Well, tell us a little bit about you before TLC.
Okay, I mean, you did hear, you know, about that, but last year I lost 2 sisters, and so that was 5 kids with no mother, you know? So it's been really hard trying to put them through school, not having custody, fighting with people that didn't really want to be in their lives, and now all of a sudden it's like, okay, we want them now, but now you have these kids just looking up to me. The other day my niece told me, I want to be like you. And I'm like, what am I doing? I'm 25, I'm a server, I stopped going to school, you know? What is it that you want to be like? So TLC has changed my life, and I've only been with the company for 2 months.
Thank you, Alexandra. Yesterday when we were talking, you said something and I had to make you repeat it twice because I really didn't understand it. And what you said to me, or what you said to us, was when you were 15, you found out that your sister was actually your mom.
Okay.
And I remember I asked you again, I said,
Yeah,
hold on. I said, your sister was actually your mom. So, and I think that's, you explained to us that started a series of events leading to the death of your 2 sisters last year that really put you into depression. And walk us through a little bit about that. Like, what were your emotions at that moment? Because I'm sure it was confusing, and I'm sure that you had a lot of doubt and you didn't really understand what was going on.
So it was, I mean, I always felt left out because it's like my brothers and my sisters were older than me. So it's like, it was always a big gap, so they were always together, and I was closer with my nieces and nephews because they were more of my age. So it's not until finally, you know, 15, I found out, but they didn't want to tell me. I'm Haitian American, you know, growing up black, Haitian. It's like Caribbean, anything like that. It's like, with things like that, you can't be depressed. Things like, you just got to deal with it. Whatever goes on, you just deal with it and move on, basically. So it's like, I'm sorry. So when I found out, they didn't want to tell me, and it's like, I know, but why not just tell me? You know, I'm understanding. So now when I turned 18, she wanted to tell me again, my sister, which is also my mom. She wanted to tell me, but my parents was like, she's too old, there's no point now. You know, so it's like, when she finally did tell me 2 years ago, she sent me a text message of how she was crying at work, and it has really been, you know, affecting her. And I ignored the text message for the whole day. So when I went to work that day, I started crying. And I thought to myself, how could you be so inconsiderate? Nobody was there for her when she was 12 years old, and she had to go through that by herself.
It's okay.
little bit. Like, literally, she can't do anything without me. Like, I'm her motivation, and I have to keep going because everybody's watching me.
Okay, got you. Hold on, Rosa. Alexandra, thank you for sharing that. And the reason why I asked you that is because your story touched me, because it's not just about the weight that you've lost, which, by the way, Alexandra's lost 30 pounds in just 3 months. It really resonated with me because what she found at TLC through Stormy Wellington and boss lady Sharmika was really, you talked about the personal growth that you found here, the personal development. You started reading books and you started becoming this positive person. So that's what really caught my attention.
If you don't change your mindset, you can't grow as a person. You cannot grow as a person. You can say, oh, I'm this person, that, but if your mind doesn't change, there's no point of saying I'm this new person.
So walk us through that change. What happened? What did you hear that said, you know, I need to make a change? And how did these ladies and TLC and the rest of us just inspire you to make a total change in your life?
So my sister started, she started TLC first. And I was like, okay, here she go with this pyramid scheme. And then I'm like, so I finally, I followed the coach, Coach Stormy. She's my coach, of course. And before I even joined TLC, I joined her Girl Hold My Hand. And so when I joined Girl Hold My Hand, like literally 30 minutes later, I was like, okay, you know what? I just might as well just go full force and go into it. And then I called my sister. I was like, I don't have enough money to do the kit and everything, so, you know, give it to me. Let me start. And you sign up under, I'm going to go binary first. You sign up under me, and we're going to do this the right way. Yeah. So I joined, and then I started reading Think and Grow Rich, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and I started listening to Les Brown. I wake up every morning, listen to Les Brown, to Eric Thomas, and it's like, even people like from high school, they would write on they was like, wow, you're such a different person. Like, I could tell through just by you posting a picture or you by posting a video, you know? That's basically it.
Thank you.
Alexandra was sharing yesterday to Johnny and I how hard it was for her to find out about, you know, her sister being her mom, and how after everything and how after she thought about it and she actually was putting herself in her mom's shoes, they become so close. They become the best friends. Actually, she shared that at the beginning, she was the one that signed you into the system, right? She signed you in. And then after, you know, a lot of things go on, now she sponsors her. So now she's under her, right?
She wakes up every morning. Good morning, Coach. What's next? Good morning, Coach. What's next?
And even though there was a lot going on with, you know, her two sisters, one of her sisters was close to her, both of them, but one have 3 kids. And she expressed to us, she shared with us that at certain point she thought to herself, why am I here? I was not even wanted. I don't know why I'm here. Years later, her sister passed, leave 3 beautiful kids, that now these 3 kids are your why. Am I right?
I wish I could have brought my niece with me. Like, everybody says she needs a show or something. Like, she's so awesome. And for her to just be so happy and energized, and she lost her whole mother, I'm like, I want to be like you. How do you want to be like me? Like, she's so strong, and I have to win. It's only up from here for me.
Alexandra, so you shared with us that, with Rose and I, by the way, you shared that you just casually entered this contest.
I did.
You forgot you didn't, right? What? Like, how did that happen?
I honestly don't even, I don't know if I was just on a website and I scrolled and I was like, why not? And when Evan called me, Evan is so wonderful, you guys. Evan is wonderful. So when Evan called me, He's like, you're top 10. I was like, top 10 of what? What are you talking about? He's like, the contest. I was like, the contest is not even finished. I thought it was the other contest we were doing for John. I was like, huh? I was like, okay, sure. And he was like, no. And I was like, he was like, the transformation contest. I said, well, you said I'm top 10. Well, I'm already top 3, so just tell me the date so I can request my days off. It's just as simple as that.
Well, I do have, we did ask you for a quote, a self-quote, and you said, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Period.
And you also let us know that 2018 and 19 were very rough for you, but 2020 is definitely your year.
So I also,
Okay.
Coach Stormy, I wrote you and I said I will be in the same room with you 2020 January, even though it's February 1st, but here I am with you. And I told you, I'm spoken and I'm here. Period.
So I know I usually ask questions, but I'm going to give direction now because I know the person that you just talked about, and I know she would love for you to say this. So why don't you tell all of us 3 times that 2020 is your year?
2020 is my year. 2020 is my year. 2020 is my year.
Yeah! Wow. Well, thank you so much, Alexandra. It was a great, great interview. We wish you the best in this 2020. We know this is going to be your year, and we know that we're going to see you more and more in your TLC family.
Thank you so much.